Hi, I'm Heather McConaughey, registered nurse turned nutritionist, and I'm here to show you some of my absolute favorites from Trader Joe's. I'm going to show you my Trader Joe's haul, and I'm going to talk about nutrition with you today and give you some really important tips that are going to help you achieve your healthiest, strongest body in a way that's really sustainable. Let's start with produce, because plants should be the majority of what we're eating. I absolutely love packing my diet with tons of vegetables, and I recommend all my clients do the same. Organic romaine lettuce is an absolute staple in my kitchen because you can do salads with it, you can top burritos with it, you can do so many things with it. Also, did you know that you can roast and grill lettuce and make an amazingly delicious salad? I also love this salad mix from Trader Joe's. It's the one that has buttered lettuce and radicchio. If you haven't had radicchio yet, it's an amazingly bitter but delicious red leafy green that you can add to salads for a little bit of bite. I love doing a salad with radicchio, cucumber, red onion, and strawberry, and you could drizzle a little low-calorie raspberry dressing over the top, and it's absolutely delicious. Next, I have a bag of lemons. I always have lemons in my fridge because I drink lemon water every single morning. I also love to squeeze a little bit of lemon into my ginger tea. It's great for the digestion. Also, lemon goes great with fish. You can make salad dressings with it. It's an essential that should always be in your fridge. Speaking of lemon, I picked up my favorite low-cal drink, which is the Spindrift lemon sodas. These are so bubbly and clean. They only have 10 calories from real fruit juice. And if you do drink alcohol, you can make amazing low-cal drinks. If you don't drink alcohol, this is a great mocktail substitute. I absolutely love this ginger turmeric tea because it has two superfoods in it, ginger and turmeric. Turmeric has been shown through numerous studies to help reduce inflammatory processes in the body. Ginger has been shown to really help digestive processes. So combine these together and you have an amazingly effective nutritional tea. I love doing herbal tea in the morning with a little squeeze of lemon when I drink my lemon water. It's also a great afternoon pick-me-up if you're feeling kind of bored or restless. Instead of reaching for the candy bowl, make yourself a warm cup of tea because it's very comforting. Oftentimes we turn to food to comfort us when we really need rest, hydration, a little bit of a mental break, de-stressing, and tea fulfills all of those things. I mean, there's a reason the British are obsessed with tea time, right? Heading back to produce, I absolutely love English cucumber. Man, the British are just showing up everywhere today. I like to actually slice a little bit of peel off my cucumber and then round cut it. Creates a cute little pattern on the side. And cucumber's great for dips. And speaking of dips, if you have not tried the spinach and kale Greek yogurt dip from Trader Joe's, what are you even doing with your life? This is incredible. It's an amazing substitute for the normal heavy cream, heavy fat spinach artichoke dip that you're used to getting at bars and such. This is an amazing substitute. 2 tablespoons only has 2 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 1 protein. It's absolutely delicious. My current favorite snack to eat with the artichoke dip is these crunchy curls, a tasty lentil and potato snack. You can have 31 of them for 130 calories. They're not super high in fat, they're super crunchy and delicious. This is a great binge food combination that'll keep your calories low and your taste buds happy. I better have another one, or 2. Another great dip is hummus. Now, a lot of hummuses that are commercially prepared or hummuses that you make at home can have a lot of extra added fat. And while fat is not bad for us, healthy fats are good for us, like olive oil, olives. We need to be careful on overeating fat because it can actually lead our bodies to gain excess weight, which can lead to health problems. So make sure you look at the ingredient list and the nutrition label on hummus before you purchase. For 2 tablespoons of this hummus, we have 50 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, which is amazing. We have 6 grams of carbs and 2 grams of protein. And it's buffalo style, which I don't know about you, but I'm kind of obsessed with all things buffalo. You could use celery, cucumber, the potato curls to dip in this, and it would be delicious. Having a vegetable in the afternoon is a great way to pick yourself up. So I recommend doing something like sliced cucumber, sliced celery sticks with hummus, and maybe something with a little more protein, like a CHOMPS turkey stick. These are a delicious, quick source of protein. Combine this with some vegetables and you have a perfect afternoon snack. Asparagus is a superfood and it makes your pee smell really funky, but it's delicious and it's so good for you. I love roasting asparagus and then putting a little bit of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon over the top. You could also top your asparagus with a little bit of goat cheese. Oh my God, goat cheese is so tangy and delicious. Did you know that you can do goat cheese and figs Goat cheese goes really good with sweet things like strawberries and figs. So you could actually toast some gluten-free bread. This is my favorite from Trader Joe's. Even if you're not gluten intolerant or have celiac disease, I recommend eating gluten-free as much as possible because it'll help reduce inflammatory tendencies that gluten tends to cause in people's bodies. Toast some of this bread, spread a little goat cheese on top, add a sliced fig, and you have a delicious little afternoon snack or a breakfast. I better try these figs and make sure they're okay. Dried figs are super delicious, but if you haven't tried fresh figs, give them a go. Fresh fruit is always the best option because it has the fiber and water intact. When you remove fiber and water from a fruit, it increases the glycemic index of the fruit and makes it more likely that it will spike your blood sugar, spike insulin, and cause fat storage. Did your mom ever teach you not to chew with your mouth open or talk while you're eating? Sorry, Mom. Another one of my favorite things at Trader Joe's is these Everything But the Bagel gluten-free bagels. You probably know about Everything But the Bagel seasoning, which is amazing from Trader Joe's, but they also have bagels with that flavor. You could spread some goat cheese on there with some egg whites, and that would be a delicious breakfast. Speaking of egg whites, I picked up some egg whites this weekend as well because they're my absolute go-to for breakfast. One of my absolute favorite breakfasts is avocado egg white toast. What I like to do is toast some of my gluten-free bread, spread one of these avocado cups on it. Alternatively, you can also use mashed up avocado. I just like these because they're pre-portioned and they won't rot. They'll last longer in your fridge. Cook up half a cup to 1 cup of egg whites, depending on how much protein you need, and then top your avocado with the egg whites and sprinkle some Everything But the Bagel seasoning on there. OMG, if you haven't tried it, it's so good and it's the perfect balance of carbs, fats, and protein. I picked up some other random produce, a red onion, 2 sweet potatoes, and some fennel bulb. Fennel is a superfood and you can slice it really thin and add it to salads, and it's absolutely delicious and crunchy. It's important when we go to the grocery store to try new foods, things that we haven't always reached for in the past. That will help expand our palate and it'll increase the sophistication of our taste buds so we're more open to trying new foods. Eating a variety of foods is absolutely essential to health, and that's what I teach my clients. It also makes healthy eating really sustainable because you never get bored. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna eat chicken and broccoli. Even though I like chicken and broccoli, I'm not going to eat that meal ongoingly forever. I need to have variety, and I need to have snacks, and I need to have chocolate. Which brings us to this Simply Light milk chocolate. Now, this is no sugar added, meaning it's sweetened with sugar alcohol. There is a warning on the back. Excessive consumption may cause laxative effect, meaning you may shit your brains out if you eat this whole bar. But be reasonable, don't eat the whole bar, eat a couple squares. I got 2 grapefruit. I love to slice a grapefruit. You can sprinkle a little stevia over the top, or I actually just like it plain. It's so tart and citrusy, it's a great thing for the morning. If it's a little too bitter for you, then drizzle like a teaspoon of honey over the top and it'll be a delicious start to your day. Also picked up 2 things of bone broth. For my body in particular, I'm really good with mammal bone broth and poultry bone broth. You can pick whatever you prefer, but if you're not vegan or vegetarian, I recommend getting some bone broth to drink. It's super high in nutrients, super low in calorie, and as we're getting into more of this like fall sweater weather, it's a great cozy thing to have in your cupboard. Toast some gluten-free bread and spread some clarified butter, also known as ghee, on the top, and you will have yourself a very satisfying yet healthy comfort food meal. I picked up a can of black beans to make my amazing black bean brownies, which are coming soon, so stay tuned for that video. You will absolutely love them. If you've tried black bean brownies in the past and haven't liked them, just wait till my recipe. I promise it's amazing. Also picked up a couple more superfoods, walnuts, which I absolutely love to put on top of oatmeal. I also got some frozen blueberries, another superfood for protein pancakes or smoothies. I got this broccoli and kale pizza crust from Trader Joe's. Now, one of the things that I want you to learn from this video is the importance of reading nutrition labels and not just being taken for a ride by the words broccoli and kale and all this green. Because food manufacturers know that you think green means healthier. So they're using green things like pictures of the kale and the broccoli, and they're highlighting the words broccoli and kale to make you think this pizza is super healthy and just from vegetables. Now, it is pretty good for you, but the ingredients are broccoli, corn flour, potato starch, cornstarch, water, black kale, olive oil, and salt. So potato starch and cornstarch are actually higher glycemic load foods, like white flour. So I don't want you to think that this is just so much better for you than anything with white flour. Now, I do think this is better than a normal pizza crust, but my point is I want you to be an educated consumer and really read those nutrition labels and understand what you're looking at. If you see the word starch, I want you to think white flour because they have a similar glycemic load in the body. That said, a girl's gotta have her pizza. So I'm gonna top this with some goat cheese and maybe some tomatoes or basil and make a really yummy little margarita pizza that is much healthier, super low in fat. I love this pizza crust because half the pizza only has 1.5 grams of fat, 45 carbs, and 3 proteins. So you could add some low-fat cheese to this with some chicken and diced tomatoes and fresh basil, and you'd have an extremely healthy meal if you ate half of this pizza. Can't forget bananas. I love to freeze my bananas for smoothie by just cutting them into small little pieces and freezing them flat on a parchment-lined baking sheet, and then I put them into a bag. I mix them with blueberries, protein powder, and a little bit of nut butter and almond milk. I got sunflower seed butter because I'm actually supposed to not eat cashews and almonds right now, and I try to stay away from too much commercial peanut butter, so I decided to expand my horizons and try sunflower seed butter this week. You could slice up a banana lengthwise, spread a little sunflower butter on it, and then top it with some walnuts for a really yummy little snack. Speaking of smoothies, I picked up my favorite almond milk. I always get unsweetened almond milk because your body just doesn't need that extra sugar. And if you're adding things like protein powders and bananas, trust me, it's gonna have plenty of sweetness. I love to bake, and I'm always looking at making things a little bit healthier. So because I try to stay away from gluten because it is inflammatory to my body and an allergen, I got this gluten-free all-purpose flour. I love this because it's already ready to go, it's all mixed, and there's even a recipe for apple cinnamon muffins on the back, which I might have to try. I got a couple more yummy snacks, which are the One bars. I try not to eat tons of protein bars because they are more processed and I want to eat more real whole foods as much as possible. But these are great if you're traveling, you have a busy day at work, you're on a road trip, or you're just on the go and you need a blood sugar stabilizing snack. I already told you about my CHOMPS turkey sticks. This is how much I love them. Also picked up my favorite green juice. I love this green juice from Trader Joe's because it only has a little bit of grapefruit juice, otherwise no fruit, all veggie. So for 8 ounces, it's only 30 calories and it's full of nutrients. This is a great afternoon snack with something like a CHOMPS stick or any bit of protein. This will keep your blood sugar stable and you feeling really light and fresh going into dinner. I picked up some of these everything but the gluten crackers. These are kind of a gluten-free Norwegian crisp bread. You could dip these in something sweet like the sunflower seed butter and put banana and cinnamon, or you could dip them in something savory like the hummus or that spinach artichoke dip. You could put a little bit of turkey slices over the top to give it a protein boost, and that would be delicious. Speaking of protein, I picked up some ground turkey breast, 99% fat-free, because my body does best with white turkey meat. This is great for just sauteing up with some basic spices like salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder, and then you can have it for quick meal assembly all week. I like to cook my protein separate so I can measure it out and add it to meals to hit my macros appropriately. This is great if you want to make turkey burgers, any kind of marinara dish, or you can just cook it up with those seasonings and add it to things like rice bowls or salads. I'm obsessed with this microwavable frozen brown rice because it makes meal prep super simple. If you're a single person or you're just living with a couple other people, this can make cleanup really simple because I don't know about you, but I hate cleaning the rice bowl. So you can microwave some of this, top it with your cooked turkey, add some grilled asparagus, and then the best thing to top it with is this amazing carrot ginger miso dressing. It's so delicious, great macros, highly recommend that you try it. I also got some wild salmon. I recommend getting wild salmon even though it's a little bit pricier. It does have more nutrients, it has more omega-3s, which are so important for health. I absolutely love having fish 2 to 3 times a week as part of my diet because it is part of the Mediterranean diet, which is the most research-based diet out there, one of the most healthy ways that you can eat, and fish is a staple of the Mediterranean diet. Last but not least, I picked up some elote seasoning. Have you had elote, Mexican street corn? Oh my God, it's so delicious. But it's not the healthiest thing. So I'm really excited about this seasoning. I think it'll be delicious on popcorn. You can grill up corn and then put this on there to make a healthier version of elote with all the flavor. I hope you enjoyed today's Trader Joe's food haul. I absolutely love doing food hauls. Tell me below, what is your favorite thing from Trader Joe's, or which of these items that I shared today are you definitely going to go pick up and you're most excited to eat? Make sure to click subscribe to be alerted every time I have a new video coming out. Follow me on Instagram at Heather McConaughey, and please send me a DM and introduce yourself. Say hi. I love to connect with everybody who watches my videos. And if you have any questions at all about nutrition, please put them below. I'd be happy to answer them. I will see you in my next video. Happy cooking!